I was unable to secure a rover soon enough, so brought in a transport instead. Transports are the largest in the cruiser class. They can carry almost as many provisions and can operate independently for nearly the same amount of time as a rover. The biggest difference is that a rover has 2 full bays and can carry 4 scouts, 2 jumpers, or a combination of the two. The additional crew and space needed for these facilities are the only major differences. Each can accomplish the same level of task in general. I needed a replacement com-equipped vessel sooner than anticipated because the secondary investigation of Data Tower 67 looked as if the damage to the structure had been inflicted from the ground, so we needed to get there right away, as these areas are very weather-worn, and any physical evidence we might be able to find would likely have a small window of opportunity for recovery. We had already covered the small landing area where the abandoned scout was found. The sheer walls that encircle that flat made remote visual search the only thing we needed. Having covered what we needed to at the abandoned scout site, we left the continuing investigation in the hands of the jumper crew on the ground and the transport crew above, covering mission comms and the additional scouts we ordered from the Grand Valley Reserves to split off and expand their search for the 2 missing Guardian operators on their own. We are now about 4 or 5 parts, or what you would consider about 40 minutes or so away from Data Tower 67, where 2 scouts have set down and 4 Guardian operators are beginning to gather evidence under the verbal instruction of Endeavor's onboard Guardian commander, who is also a level 3 investigator. He has been patched into the operators of the 4 scouts since we initially sent to the tower. Now, they have 2 cruisers on the ground and 2 still in the air, monitoring the surrounding area with sonic drops and the jagged cliffs and visual sweeps of the flat patches in and around the tower's base. Since data towers do not generally need any kind of supervision or regular maintenance, we don't have to be particular about where they are placed. There are many ways to post them securely, so they can be put virtually anywhere. Most of the data towers throughout the entire stretch of the Razorstone Pass are affixed to the sides of cliffs or crystal walls. The fact that Data Tower 67 looks, upon initial inspection, to have been attacked from the ground, it could very well be that it was chosen because whatever was used to damage it had to be on the ground. If that was a possibility, then it only made sense to alert the existing patrols to pay particularly close visual attention to the towers that have more flatland around them or nearby. Because of the suspicious nature of this incident, it is likely that we will be adding additional cruiser patrols throughout the entire Razorstone Pass. Flatlands will likely have an emphasis in their revised mission charters. Once we arrive at the tower, it will probably take less than a spin to have most of the what and a lot of the how, but the real questions are the who and the why, and those questions are only growing.